Welcome students. I am Dr. Archana Savarkar, Department of Zoology, Shri RLT College of Science, Akola. Today we will study the external features of Amphioxus. Let us see systematic position or classification of animal Amphioxus. This animal is included in kingdom Animalia. The phylum is Chordata because Amphioxus possesses the three fundamental characters of chordates, that is presence of dorsal tubular nerve cord, presence of notochord and presence of pharyngeal gill slits, and that's why it is included in phylum Chordata. The group is acrania, means absence of cranium or skull. Amphioxus is included in subphylum Cephalochordata. The word Cephalochordata is derived from the fact that the notochord extends forward inside rostrum, even beyond the so-called brain. Then, class is Leptocardi. It is due to the fish-like appearance of this animal. Family is Branchiostomidae and type or genus is Branchiostoma. This animal is popularly known as Amphioxus. The meaning of Amphioxus is amphi means both or double and axis means sharp, means both ends of the body are sharp. The name Amphioxus is more famous and familiar to zoologists, many of whom still use it as a synonym for Branchiostoma. Then come to the habit and habitat of Amphioxus. Branchiostoma or Amphioxus is a marine animal. It is commonly found in shallow water. Mostly, it prefers brackish or salt water on the sandy coast. It leads a double mode of life. Mostly, the animal is buried in sand in an upright condition with only the anterior end protruding above the sand. However, at night or dusk, it comes out of the sand and swims actively by lateral undulating movements of its body. It swims vertically in water. We can observe the movement of Amphioxus in its natural habitat in this video. Let us see the video. Thus, this video shows the undulating movement of the body. Now, we can here observe that when disturbed, the animal jumps out of its burrow. It swims a short distance, dives back into sand, keeping head downwards, makes a U-turn inside the sand so that the anterior end comes up again above the sand. Here in second picture, you can observe this position. Then about feeding of the animal. Branchiostoma is a typical ciliary feeder. It feeds on planktonic microorganisms brought along with a water current which constantly enters the mouth, plays on its projecting anterior end, and leaves through the arteriopore. Then about sexes. In Amphioxus, sexes are separate, means male and female individual can be identified. The fertilization is of external fertilization type because the male and female amphioxus release their gametes in water. Fertilization takes place in water outside the body, and that's why it is known as external fertilization. The development in amphioxus is indirect development because the life cycle involves a free swimming larval stage which gradually changes into the adult form. Let us see external features or external morphology of amphioxus. We can study the external morphology under these heads. First is shape, size and color. Then division of body, body apertures, fins and folds, and last one is myotomes and gonads. Let us see all these one by one. First, shape, size and color. Branchiostoma is a very small, elongated, narrow and fish-like animal. The body length of amphioxus is about 5 to 8 centimeters. The body is whitish in color. It is somewhat translucent and laterally compressed. The body is pointed at both the ends, and that is why the common name lancelet or lancet is given, which means a little lance. This boat shape or streamline shape of the body is very well suited for the burrowing habit of amphioxus as well as while swimming in water. The posterior end is more tapering and pointed than that of the anterior end. Then next is division of body. Here in this figure you can easily observe that the true head is absent or it is degenerate. Means the body is divisible only in two regions. The greater anterior region constitutes the trunk and a much shorter post-anal posterior region is the tail. The anterior end of trunk projects in front as a pointed snout. It is called as rostrum. Then third external feature is about the body aperture. The trunk bears three openings: mouth, arteriopore and anus. We can clearly see all these features in this figure. Anteriorly below the rostrum is a tentaculated structure known as oral hood, which is formed by dorsal and lateral projections of the body. This oral hood we have to study in detail in digestive system. So let us come to mouth of amphioxus. The mouth is a very wide anteroventral aperture. It is bordered by the free margin of oral hood. Second aperture is arteriopore. It is a small mid-ventral rounded aperture lying just in front of the ventral fin. The large atrial cavity surrounding the pharynx opens to outside through this arteriopore. Another small aperture is anus. Anus lies somewhat asymmetrically to the left of mid-ventral line at the base of caudal fin. The small posterior body region behind the anus is known as tail. Then come to fins and folds. Branchiostoma bears three longitudinal, median or unpaired fins. These are one dorsal fin, one caudal fin and one ventral fin. These are unpaired fins. The dorsal fin runs as a low mid-dorsal fold along the entire length of trunk. It is continuous behind and joins a much broader caudal fin around the tail. The ventral fin runs mid-ventrally from the caudal fin up to arteriopore along the posterior trunk region. It is slightly wider than that of the dorsal fin. The dorsal and ventral fins are internally supported by fin ray boxes. These fin ray boxes are formed by stiff connective tissue containing a central nodule. Fin rays are lacking in the region of caudal fin. The structure of fin and fin ray boxes is different from that of the fishes. Here, in Amphioxus, paired fins are absent, but running longitudinally along the ventrolateral margin of the anterior 2/3 part of the trunk, that is, from oral hood to arteriopore, there are two hollow membranous metapleural folds. These metapleural folds possibly help in burrowing in the sand rapidly. The two metapleural folds are connected by a horizontal fold of body wall, which is known as epipleur, which forms the floor of atrial cavity inside. Thus, the anterior 2/3 part of the body in the region of metapleural folds appears roughly triangular in cross section, while the posterior 1/3, that is in the region of tail, it observes nearly oval in cross section. Then next morphological feature is myotomes and gonads. On each lateral side of body, a series of V-shaped muscle bands called as myotomes or myomere can be easily seen through the transparent body wall. Again, we can observe on each lateral side of the body a series of gonads from the region of pharynx to arteriopore. It is present, gonads are present on both lateral side of the body. We can study gonads in detail in reproductive system. So, in this lecture, we have studied three main parts, that is about systematic position or classification of Amphioxus. Then second part is habit and habitat of Amphioxus, and third part is about the external morphology or external features of Branchiostoma or Amphioxus. In next lecture, we will study the digestive system of Amphioxus. So students, we will stop here for today. Thank you.